I will be fighting for those victims. Animals, non-human animals, human animals, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like, so for me, it's like this argument of like, well, like, I'm not judging you for not eating, you know, this meat or whatever. It's like, well, but why would you judge me for eating plants and vegetables that have no victims? There should be no judgment there, you know?
I don't know. I feel like the judgment is everywhere. So to receive it from, you know, people that you have respect for, just to me, it's just like I'm already judged by millions of people, no matter what I do. So it's just like to be judged for what I eat or what my views are, or like I said, I'm not gonna get mad at somebody. They have a political view. This is what they think. That I don't have the energy. If that's something you want to change, you want to do something about, then that person's gonna do something. If they not, then it is what it is. You know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that is what it is. You're going to waste more energy trying to prove that to somebody than just being like, you know what? This is my group right here. This is my specific audience. I need to talk to them. And if you have interest in it, then more will come, and then more will come. But if I'm trying to prove something to somebody, I'm gonna lose that battle, and I'm gonna run out of energy.
Yes.
Because you're trying to force something on somebody, and they're not. It's falling on ears that they're not trying to hear it. And it's not even necessarily that they're not trying to hear it. They're not ready for that yet. Wow, that's a great deal for that.
It smells great too. I feel like for me, it's also just like learning who you're talking to and understanding people for where they're at. Like what he was saying earlier about like if he's eating a cheeseburger next to you, and just like understanding like this is my preferred food palette, right? I live a life where I can't push onto you what I wouldn't want for myself. So I can't sit here and say to you like I live that life and then say you gotta eat that. You gotta eat that. Because if you did that to me now, I would feel like I bothered, right?
But again, we're coming at this from like a standpoint of diet. If we remove diet out of it and think of there's an act that is creating victims, victims not only the animals that are slain and that we eat, right, and consume, and that are caged up, but the people that are affected by the environment that is fucked up by these factories and stuff like that. The pollution, like if you look at photos, drone footage of like behind a pig farm or a cow farm or whatever, the water is just red. Like, you know, that is poison that is like going into the communities. So it's not cars that are the biggest like environmental impact. It's directly animal agriculture.
I mean, that's golf courses. That's everything.
It's literally everything. It's not just food.
It's not just from an animal.
But we're talking about like from an impact standpoint. If we're focusing on like impact, like, you know, from that standpoint, it's just like why, like if a choice in life that can easily be reversed or like chosen not to take that path, if we're choosing a path that has victims in any way, why is that?
There's victims in the hood. Niggas is getting shot every day. Niggas is dying from diabetes every day. Niggas is dying from cancer every day. So there's victims everywhere. So what is it more important that we're talking about an animal that's a victim or a human life that's a victim?
But the human lives that we're talking about are infected by this industry that we can't seem to grapple is fucking our society so much.
All of our industries are fucking our society. Everything that we
But not at the impact of the animal agriculture industry to us as people. If you look at the carbon
it is high.
If you look at the diabetes, the cancers, the like health impact, you know?
So you're saying it's a direct correlation if we're talking data now, because I heard you say data. So we're talking data. So at the end of the day, there's enough data out there to say that it has to do with the foods that people consume, which would be meats and other sugars and all that type of stuff that is processed, and then also not just processed but actual living organisms that have been killed or multiplied in a fashion with steroids and things like that, and that's what's causing disease.
Yes.